I found your names in the ashes, in the files they tried to hide, in the ink that dried like bloodstains, where the paperwork had lied. You thought the city numb enough to let you slip away. Just another family slaughter, just another normal day. I walked the alleys that you owned, heard your laughter in the bars, smelled your poison in the corners, saw your colors, saw your cars. Every whisper, every payment, every face that flinched at mine, drew a map in shaking voices, pointed straight along your line. You prayed the man died with his wife, that the soldier stayed insane, that the war would never follow you back home to where you stand. But you should know better than to test a man carved out of war, whose only trade was ending fights and walking back for more. I kicked your doors like thunder, watched your courage turn to dust, saw your hands reach for weapons that didn't matter much. You begged for explanations, but there's nothing left to say. You wrote this sentence with their blood, I'm just here to make you pay. And the streets still whisper, it's punishment due. If I'm coming for anyone, I'm coming for you. You lit this fire thinking time would see it through, but every step you've taken only walks you into view. I walked through hell already, came back burning and torn. You took my world, so now I am the consequence you sown. I watched the wolves wear collars with a badge pinned to their chests, heard the judges clink their glasses over deals they called the best, saw the hands that signed the orders, saw the eyes that looked away when the case that bore my family's name got quietly mislaid. You hid behind your titles and your language and your desks, called it process, called it backlog, called the truth an empty guess. You never thought the man who bled would walk back through your door. You never thought your kind of war would bring me one war more. I came with nothing but a file in the memory of a scream. You smiled and said you did your best, like you'd rehearsed it for a team. But I have heard men lie for less in rooms that smelled of death, and I know how guilt looks different when it's running out of breath. So I traced your private phone calls and the payments off the books, all the favors, all the dinners, all the sideways guilty looks. If you signed the line that freed them, if you let the killers through, you put my family in their sights. That puts the mark on you. And the streets still whisper, it's punishment due. If I'm coming for anyone, I'm coming for you. You lit this fire thinking time would see it through, but every step you've taken only walks you into view. I walked through hell already, came back burned and torn. You took my world, so now I am the consequence you've sown. So hear me now, all you shadows who profit out of pain, all you kings of rusted empires built on bullets, blood, and chains, all you ghosts behind your curtains thinking distance makes you clean, all your hands that never hold the gun but load the magazine. When you circle homes like vultures and you tear a life apart,